Once unlocked, these outfits can be selected from the character selection screen. Who knows what dishes or outfits you'll find? Make a pit stop and check out these drive-thrus all around the world. That was a nice detour. Now let's get back to the action. Let's introduce some new tricks that'll help you ace each race. Charge jump. You can now use a charge jump by holding the drift button while driving straight ahead. Charge and release to jump. Use this to leap over obstacles. Grind along power lines. And dodge attacks from your rivals. And if you jump toward a wall, you can wall ride for a short period of time. Chain some tricks together, and you may even reach places like this. Ah, so close. Almost there. Whenever this happens, be kind and rewind. This will return your vehicle to its original position. Nice, made it. This can come in handy when mapping out how to best approach a course. Keep in mind, though, your rivals will still move normally when you rewind, so don't lose your lead. Want to take a spin in even more races? In time trials, it's you against the clock. Here you can race without any other competitors. And if you don't mind, you can download and compete against ghost data from racers around the world. Customize the rules of the road in Versus Race. You can use the classic rule set of running 3 laps within the same course, or you can choose to drive the distance from one course to another.
Well,
you can even take the road less traveled and choose roads that aren't in Grand Prix or Knockout Tour. Up to 24 drivers can now compete in 2, 3, or even 4 teams. Group up and get ready to put the pedal to the metal. Next up, battle mode. Pop off online and
they're doing a pre-show for the game test.
Pop them all and your rivals out. And coin runners, where you
can
go gold by
Mario Kart World on that Nintendo Switch.
Or battle,
So,
enjoy
we'll get a quick peek at that little pre-show little event that they're doing. So.
When you're not racing, you can enjoy free roam and go wherever your heart takes you. No roads? No problem. Ride the rivers. See the seas.
All I know is this DK is ugly. I'm not gonna lie.
Drive the desert. Or jump off from way up here.
Ooh.
You can go wherever you like, even to the edges of the world. Hey, there's a P-switch over there. Hit hundreds of P-switches you find around the world to start missions. By completing them, you can hone your driving ability outside of races. There are also hidden coins, hidden panels, and more. So take the scenic route and explore. Also, during free roam, you can take photos whenever you like. Strike a pose. Look at the camera. Choose a frame to decorate, and nice. That one's a winner.
Yeah, I'm live right now. I'm live. It is a pre-show, so it's like going through any games are out. Like right now, they're doing Mario Kart.
One person has Mario Kart World. Up to 4 players.
The actual show
screen on the same system.
doesn't start until like an hour and a half,
The
but
game
I had to
also
figure
supports local wireless.
I had to figure something out.
Up to 8 players, with up to 2 players on each system, can race together this way.
Well, that's sick. I didn't know that.
And up to 24 players
The actual event
can
starts
join
in
a
an hour
race
and a
or
half.
battle in online play.
I was having an issue with my camera. For some reason. Oh. Yeah, I'm okay.
This may look like free roam, but this is where you'll wait while your friends join you. Looks like someone's arrived. Yep, you can meet up with your crew anywhere in this world. By checking the map, you can quickly see where your friends are and travel to their location. Battle or race with custom rules. Or just go for a ride together. Make this road trip your own. You can also take photos together along the way, if that's more your speed.
But, ooh, I like that.
With Game Chat, enjoy an
Dad,
expanded
you can hear me,
experience
right?
by talking online with friends. Use the built-in microphone to voice chat while driving together.
Yeah, let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Can you hear me now? Is it good?
Nice. Are you kidding me?
Or take a back seat and who's
That's
close
it.
by? Wait, who just passed me? You'll be able to tell in an instant.
Sorry,
Hey, Michelle and
I have my audio turned down, so I probably should. Might too. Turn the game up.
playing
Turn
together
that
in
down.
person on the same system.
And
A
turn
single
the
camera can detect up to 4 people's
How's that? Let me know. Oh, do it.
Enjoy the view
Better.
and
Alright.
get ready to face
Do exclamation point 8 ball. We got like an hour and a half. Show starts. Summer of presented by Alien Earth. So basically, all they're doing here is trying to get everybody to buy the Nintendo Switch.
around the world is
That's all they're doing.
around the corner in Mario Kart World, available exclusively on Nintendo.
Yeah, exclamation point
A
8 ball.
bundle that includes a digital version of Mario Kart World will also be available.
Let's go.
Mario Kart World on Nintendo Switch 2 is the first new home console Mario Kart in 10 years. Logan and I got to play a ton of it today on Switch 2 hardware, and we loved it. We can't wait to tell you all about it, so let's go.
Well, considering that's the only way you can freaking play it, so.
Okay, so Mario Kart World's big new thing is the massive interconnected open world. It's really cool, it's really beautiful, and we both loved it. Tell me about it, Logan.
Yeah, it's so different than anything that Mario Kart has done before. You're not just on a track and doing 3 laps anymore, and it's even bigger than something like Mount Wario from Mario Kart 8 where you're doing 3 different segments. You start at one course and you are driving in different segments to the next course. If track A is Moo Moo Meadows and track B is Shy Guy Bazaar, you start in this rolling start at Moo Moo Meadows, and then you are driving on the world map on these interconnected highways to get to Shy Guy Bazaar, and then the race ends with 1 full lap at Shy Guy Bazaar. So it is entirely different, it's really interesting, and it was tough to kind of wrap our head around at first because it is so different than anything they've done before, but it's really ambitious, really fun, and really cool.
Really like the sort of Forza Horizon style open world driving game.
I feel like they could have put
got to poke around a lot in this world. It's
that
huge, and
timer in the
there's
top right corner.
everywhere. You can drive a boat now as your cart into the sea, and there was just like this big huge cloud blowing wind at me, maybe telling me to back off. I found this other area where there's
Well, all I'm getting from this is
little ridge, there's grind rails and stuff that you can interact
they're
with.
trying to upsell the Mario
Whatever
Kart.
you want to do. The thing I'm
For
wondering is
sure.
sort of like, what's the hook? What's the loop of like finding these coins? Do we get to spend them in a shop, unlock carts or characters or costumes? Like, there's so much you can do with that.
Yeah, it is a lot like Forza Horizon. In some ways, it's not a fully open world, right? There are these tracks that you're
Yeah.
going to the next place.
I'll be going live with the show.
Nintendo fans will
Oh, I'm gonna end this live here.
minutes.
Or like an hour.
Balloons to find and things like that. And when we
And
were
then-
in a lobby waiting for our race to start,
So like 34 minutes. I want to like end the live.
each coin that I couldn't get to, and we don't really know what that is. Maybe it unlocks costumes or different outfits or some unlockable for Peach. Yeah, I think there's going to be stuff to do in the free roaming open world. And something else I liked about it is that was the lobby now. That is the loading screen. You're not staring at your me standing on just planet Earth anymore like Mario Kart 8. You are driving around practicing. There's a rewind button. If you want to go back, just like Forza, you can just rewind and you could go like all the way back to the very beginning where you started. So it's going to be more fun when you're waiting for lobbies to fill with 24 people now, not just
Yeah, I just had to figure.
something to do.
I was having a camera issue. I had to figure it out. So I had to make sure it was all good.
Tons of them. We went through the
It wasn't appearing.
screen. So there's not only all the
I don't know what it was doing.
or Mario characters.
I checked on my PC like 4 times. I don't know what was going on.
And that plays sort of interestingly because you can also
Yeah, really weird.
power-ups in the race, largely centered around food.
Yeah, for some reason my camera wasn't popping up.
Which is
It was just
altering
like
your
there.
looks and your costume, which potentially
It
gives
wasn't
you
working.
different sort of mechanics that you can use in the game.
On the character select screen, there's all the characters, Mario, Luigi, Donkey Kong, all the rest, and then there were alternate versions of them. There was like Cowboy Mario and like Athletic Donkey Kong or something like that, and they had different costumes. We don't really know if they impacted their stats. We're not entirely sure yet. You could pick one of these different costumes, but then you find one of these special power-ups, and it almost looks like a Wonder Flower effect from Super Mario Bros. Wonder when this food is taking over your character, and then you pop out in a different costume.
My favorite new character that I got to play as a bunch today, I kept picking, was Cow from Moo Moo Meadows from N64 Mario Kart. One thing we did notice was that there are a bunch of characters that you can't choose that do appear in the races next to you, like Monty Mole or the Piantas from Super Mario Sunshine or the Conch Doors from Super Mario 3D World. So, Logan, you think we'll be able to unlock all those guys eventually?
Yeah, I have to think so. Maybe that's one of the incentives to the open world and the others.
So I want to talk about some of the new items we got to experience today, because a lot of the classic ones are back, but some new ones are really fun. One of them are just hammers from the Hammer Brothers. You just throw hammers at people like you're a psycho in Home Depot. I thought those were great. There's also a punchable coin block that you can launch above your head. You hit it a bunch of times, you get a bunch of coins. But there's also altered versions of classic items, such as the lightning bolt, which you noticed.
Yeah, the lightning bolt is way different in World. Instead of, Mario Kart 8, if you're in first place and you get zapped, you're probably shrunk for 30 seconds maybe. In World, it seemed like everybody was zapped and came back to full size pretty quickly, so just a balancing thing. I think they had to make a lot of core changes just to the Mario Kart DNA because of 24 racers. That changes a lot of stuff, and I think items as well.
I'm 24 racer, that's
We also
crazy.
saw you no longer have to hold the item button to drag a shell behind your butt anymore. Like if you're in first place, you want to protect yourself with a banana or a green shell from oncoming red shells or whatever else is coming your way, you would have to hold that button. The rep that was there said, oh no, it just drags automatically now. And it's not just shells and defensive items. Everything drags behind you. I did ram into one with a single mushroom and it gave me a boost. Yeah, presumably you can just slam into CPUs with whatever's behind them and something will trigger, which is really cool.
We also got to play on a bunch of different courses today. What were some of your favorites?
Yeah, what's really cool is that there were definite remixes of classic Mario Kart
so
courses in here, and even
with
some
that,
turns
I'm
and
gonna-
segments that were ripped straight from
I'm gonna be back live here in an hour.
Dino Jungle.
An hour.
Double Dash is
So
here, but it's different.
make sure you guys
It's a
tune in
remix of that track,
and,
the same turns with the geysers that boil over and launch you into the air.
and check it out.
Tracks, but not in the sense that hey, we
So
looked this
we got
far
Summer of
and
Gaming
we remade
stream
it here.
starts
We took
in
this
1 hour and 30
idea,
minutes.
this
So
motif, and kinda
set your
just twisted
timers.
a little bit to fit this into
Hey, what up, my brother? Hey, hey.
Knockout Tour is the brand new non-stop.
Yeah, this is actually. I'll stay live for now. I'll do it. I'm gonna stay live.
Style battle
How you doing, my brother?
mode, and it feels so right. This takes
So
place
now,
in the
dude,
world, so you can
dude, this is the new Mario Kart World.
While you're waiting for the game to populate, you just hang out, drive around, collect stuff.
It's the new game that came out on the Nintendo Switch 2. If you're still here with me.
That they want to race on, or a set of courses. Those votes.
We're gonna go right at the end of the show, bro.
Race, and then immediately from there, you're going as fast as possible, and you have to make it through checkpoints at a certain point in the race. Like if you're in, you have to be in the top 20, or you get eliminated. And things happen so fast. They're so chaotic.
Yeah, this
so
is-
crazy. I love this mode so much.
You like Mario Kart?
Super fun, and this is a bigger commitment than your standard 2 to 3 minute Mario Kart race. This is 10-ish minutes probably for the whole thing. It's 6 segments, and you're driving from one track to the second to the third third to the fourth to the fifth to the sixth. You're not stopping and doing an individual lap at that circuit. You're just driving kind of the in-between areas. So a very different take. You're not going to see anything twice in this race.
Yeah, like Smash Bros.
To finish, like a 10-minute long Mount Wario,
Yeah.
essentially. And it's super fun.
Oh, this is the new Mario Kart World, so.
It is intense. It's not just about winning the race at the end and maybe you get a lucky bullet bill. It is lap 3. I am in 16th place. I need to be in 12th place. Can I get there?
Nice. Pop over to my YouTube one.
And there's 12 people behind you trying to pass you. And you, Brian, had a really unlucky one the first time we tried this. You went to like 3rd to 22nd, which is something you can say now in Mario Kart World. It's crazy. Adding 24 characters to the track just makes it...
Go to my YouTube one.
It happened so fast.
My YouTube stream right now.
I'm stunned, and all I could do was laugh. This is going to lead to some of the funniest moments in Mario Kart history, and I cannot wait for it. Mario Kart World launches day and date on Nintendo Switch 2 when the system launches, and it's going for $80. And I don't want to dwell on it too much, but I have to get it off my chest that this feels just a little weird. We loved what we played today. All the modes are great. All the characters are awesome.
Yeah, pop over to the YouTube chat.
This justifies $80 to me. It just really feels like Nintendo knows that this is one of the best-selling franchises of all time. But why is this game $80?
It's a tough pill to swallow, especially when something like Donkey Kong Bonanza, which looks equally amazing, is $70. It's just a very inconsistent pricing structure from Nintendo, and we're seeing with their upgrades to $10 for some, $20 for another. And Mario Kart being the first $80 Nintendo game, yeah, I'll easily get $80 worth of value out of it, but it is a tough pill to swallow for a game so aimed at families, and it just makes me wonder, is Animal Crossing going to be $80? Splatoon, the next Zelda, like, it's opening a can of worms that we'll see.
Ooh, did he just drop next Zelda?
Year, they add
They're giving a new Zelda, baby! Let's go!
add a DLC pass.
There's a lot of getting from that.
Mario Kart World, I don't know how people are going to feel about that, so it's an interesting one for sure.
Yeah, I feel like if this thing came bundled with like a year of Nintendo Switch Online or some sort of season pass content, something that made it feel like, hey, this is, we're really getting a bang for the buck here, it'd be a little easier to handle.
We'll stay
Right
live.
now, it kind of stinks. It's the only real negative we have about Mario Kart World so far, which otherwise feels, looks, and plays fantastic. But that's Mario Kart World, one of the many games we played here at the Nintendo 2 Switch preview event in New York City. We also went hands-on with the hardware, so go check out that video. Logan, thank you so much for all things Nintendo Switch 2, Mario Kart World, and the cow eating other cows. Stick with IGN.
Who's your favorite, if you're still here with me, Naj? Who's your favorite character on Smash Bros?
When you decide to step up to this kind of play, this kind of fun,
Oh,
this kind of experience,
Hey guys,
Nice jacket, Paul.
why are you dressed like you're in a boy band?
Seriously? My Super NES commercial from the 90s with my long black duster, indie rock hair, and beaded necklace?
now we're playing with power. Come on.
Hi, Uncle Paul.
Lisa.
I can't wait to tell my class how I clowned you guys.
That's a lot of lip out of you, Lisa. Time for our thumbs to do the talking.
oh my gosh.
Lisa, how are you going that fast? You don't even have an actual driver's license. Let me show you a little something I learned in the 1900s.
You can ride rails now.
I'll be honest with you, that was purely accidental.
You boomers are cute, but you're gonna lose.
Ah, the boomers are cute. That's crazy work.
Lisa, get down. You're not allowed to be up there. My head is a burger, and you know what that means? I don't exactly. It means something good.
Yes!
Lisa!
I'm gonna feel that tomorrow.
You know, guys, it's nice playing with power, but this is better because now we're playing together. Super together.
Uh-oh, he's doing a voice.
Oh, okay.
Nintendo Switch 2.
All together, anytime, anywhere.
Oh my gosh, I
And these new
can't.
features, being able to play with like your friends or your family. And it's also it's great too because you can take this.
Keep in mind, you only get 2 controllers, so you literally have to buy other controllers.
In 1991, Nintendo teamed up with Paul Rudd to create one of the most iconic video game commercials of all time, and because the world can be a great place sometimes, they're doing it again for 2025 and Nintendo Switch 2. Here to tell me all about it is Paul Rudd. Hey, Paul.
Hi, how's it going, Brian?
So, 34 years after your first commercial together, you and Nintendo have somehow done it again, and it's very, very funny. How on earth did this new one come together?
Well, Nintendo reached out to me. I got a real kick out of this idea. Remember shooting the original one very well, and it was one of my very first jobs, and I just thought that this idea that they had about redoing it was really funny, and it would be fun, and it just kind of came about like that.
Hi, Uncle Paul.
Lisa.
I can't wait to tell my class how I clowned you guys.
That's a lot of lip out of you, Lisa. Time for our thumbs to do the talking.
The original one went viral out of nowhere like 7 or 8 months ago, which was, it just got this whole new life, which was amazing to see. I was telling my friends about this, and they were like, yes, I love that commercial so much. So it's very cool that it's back. What was it like getting in that wardrobe again, the hair, the big black jacket, all of that? I feel like people could pull that off in 2025, because fashion is sort of cyclical now.
You're right, yeah. In the original, the hair, that really was my hair. And this one, I mean, we were really trying to go for the look, but I remember it all, and it was making me laugh. I want to say that maybe even in the original one, that might have been my own beaded necklace, which, you know, I think is long gone.
Like you brought it with you to the set, and they're like, yeah, sure, that works.
Yeah, they're like, that seems cool, man. Let's go with that.
Did it make you miss the 90s doing this again?
You know what? It did. It made me. I think it made me nostalgic in all of the right ways. Like I said, I remember playing that. I remember shooting that commercial, and so it is nostalgic. But then they're playing this new, you know, the Nintendo Switch 2, and then all of these kinds of updates to the games and the Mario Kart world, and now seeing like my buddies down below on it. Like it did have this feel of nostalgia, but kind of with all leaning toward the future, and it was kind of fun to see both of those things hit at the same time.
That's awesome.
You know, guys, it's nice playing with power, but this is better because now we're playing together. Super together.
Uh-oh. He's doing a voice.
So you were in your early 20s in 91. What were your video game habits like back then? I mean, you grew up in a really good time. Were you playing Nintendo since you were a kid? Did you go to arcades growing up?
Yes, there was an arcade not far from my house, and it was like the greatest thing ever to be able to go to the arcade. I mean, I remember playing the original Donkey Kong, and that was my favorite, and it was also so different than any other game. I remember being really young and playing it. So it was always very exciting if I was able
and this for now,
my brothers dropped me off, and I'd have, like,
I will be back in
play
in like 20 minutes.
Was that your earliest Nintendo memory? That weird
No,
playing Donkey Kong?
I had to get this thing set up. So we'll show you come back here in an hour or less than an hour. Give me like 20 minutes.
It was Donkey Kong for sure. You know,
or give me an hour, 20 minutes. I'll be live.
Development.
So set your timers, set your clocks. I'll be back. I'll be back 10 minutes before the show.
So unique.
Appreciate y'all.
So
Body all
mind blowing, and that was the game.